Colt, maybe I can start with you first.
Yeah.
And can you tell me a bit about this exhibit and the art is your weapon, and what does it mean to you?
Well, art as a weapon means to me that every youth has a right to be initiative and be creative in their own way, and maybe just doing art or drawing is their way of expressing themselves to the community.
Okay. And Sarah, right?
Yeah.
Can I get your last name as well, Sarah?
Gibson.
Gibson? Thank you. Yeah. And what makes you be a part of the exhibit today?
I'm an artist.
Okay.
Visual artist.
What kind of art do you like to create?
Expressive conceptual art.
Can you translate that a bit for me?
I take the ugly feelings inside of me and put them onto paper so that other people can see what I'm feeling.
Oh my goodness. Can you give me some examples of pieces that sort of help illustrate?
Well, the one in our poster is a big one. The blue one over there kind of demonstrates that, well, it depicts the feeling of not being able to save anyone, including yourself. But you want to save everyone, so you try.
Okay. Thank you. And Colt, you have some pieces in the exhibit as well?
Yeah, two.
Okay. Can you tell us about one of them?
Well, one of them is Forgotten Angel. I drew it because at that point I kind of felt a little lost, and I drew it. Then the other one was one of my favorite celebrities, so I just thought I'd draw a portrait of him.
And that is?
Josh Ramsey,
Oh, okay.
lead singer of Mayonnaise Change.
All right. And how has your exhibit gone this week?
I think it's been going pretty well. I mean, we've had quite a few guests, and not too little, and quite a bit, yeah.
You can tell us, Sarah, a bit about why you decided as a group to put this on.
Well, we have a lot of youth talent in Kenora that is not expressed in ways like this. Lots of people in the art community are kind of, no offense to anyone by saying this, but are kind of flowers and butterflies, and we kind of wanted to get into the nitty-gritty of it.
Okay. Any feedback so far? I know it's early, it's only Wednesday, but...
Yes, I have received a lot of feedback on how wonderfully talented the youth are, but also the way that they were able to express multifacets of feelings, and how wonderful it is to see kids being able to express it. And it isn't your average run-of-the-mill art exhibit. It expresses a lot of feelings from the youth.
Great.
So it's been very positively, the feedback's been very good.
So thoughts about doing it again next year, perhaps? Or is it too early?
I won't be here next year. I'll be in university, but I would love to do this again sometime.
Okay. Colt?
Yeah, I think it's an awesome project, and maybe doing it again next year is a good idea.
Great. Thank you. Would you feel like carrying on and talking about the youth council? Is that okay?
I guess so.
I mean, some similar players here, so I figured...
Oh, yeah, sure. I can maybe help out a little bit too if...
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
So the Youth Council had their first meeting a couple of weeks ago, and they'll have their next meeting March 29th, which will be open to the public. And the elections have taken place, and they're focusing on some goals. It's still very premature right now as far as things get going. They are connected now to the Kenora.ca website, and they do have their contacts in there as well. And they're hoping to get a few projects complete by the end of their term, which will be the end of June. And so things will be moving right along. And March 29th, there'll be kind of more. We're hoping to have our emblem. Sarah's designing our emblem for the Kenora Youth Council as well. And hopefully we'll have everything kind of up and running by the end of March.
Great. Maybe I can get Sarah and Colt to talk a bit about what some of their priorities or what you'd like to get started working on. Or do you get any sort of mandate from the youth and any mandates from your election what you hope to move forward on?
Well, so far we're new to it, so it's still getting out there. But So far, I guess what we want to do is just get youth involved in one big project. So that's just getting youth involved in general, I suppose.
Sarah?
I think Colt said it best.
All right.
They're also planning, I believe, the end of March to be able to go to all the schools and do little presentations on what the youth council does, and to make sure that there is going to be youth that will be up and coming once these guys are finished the end of June. So I believe that was one of their projects, as well as getting the framework started for a youth center here in Kenora for the youth.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a long time goal for a lot of people. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then, yeah, anything else that you want to add that covers a lot of ground?
Yeah,
Okay.
great.
Great.